you've been on Ruben Report, Joe Rogan show, the Jordan Peterson podcast and stuff. So what was it like going on the Joe Rogan one?
Rogan's fun. I really enjoyed both the conversation that we had and the whole experience of getting to go to his studio. His studio is really cool. A lot of people talked about that.
Yeah.
He has all this cool stuff in there. He has like a stuffed werewolf. He has like a whole gym. The whole facility is just crazy. He's got, people are always taking pictures with his like cool gadgets or whatever. He's got some kind of a samurai sword.
He's got the flamethrower. Did you see that?
A flamethrower. Yeah, I saw the flamethrower. But it's really cool. So you sit down, it's really kind of a cool setup or whatever, and really fun conversation. Joe asks interesting questions, some of which are, pretty oddball. I really did enjoy the conversation. The whole experience of going on the Joe Rogan Experience is one to be had if you can get it.
Yeah. You're not nervous? Like it's going out live when you did it, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was live. It is. Yeah.
That's to how many million people? Like many millions of people, right?
I don't know how many people. Joe has 4 million followers on Twitter last I checked, which has been a long time. So he may have more now.
Yeah.
I think that's right. And the number of subscribers to his podcast is just insane. The
I think it's the
YouTube
biggest one
channel alone had like 1 million views on just the YouTube video alone within like a couple of days or something like that. So yeah, and it's live. So you're on the spot. It's actually happening. But no, it's really interesting. I've done this enough now where I don't get nervous and I don't get starstruck.
Yeah.
It's funny. The closest I've come to starstruck is I got a letter or an email from this Daryl Davis guy. I don't know if you know who Daryl Davis is. He's a black musician who deconverts Klan members and neo-Nazis by talking to them and befriending them. And
I've seen that.
So it's like, Rogan's really cool, but I was like, cool, Rogan, and then we're just people and we're just doing this podcast. And I didn't get nervous about it at all. But then it's like, I fanboyed so hard when Daryl Davis sent me a note. I was like, oh my God, Daryl Davis. And I'm like telling my wife, I'm like, Daryl Davis said he likes my work. I was like, So it was just like, no, I wasn't nervous with Rogan. I wasn't nervous on Ruben, although Ruben's feels more like a set, so it's a little bit more tense. Rogan's whole vibe is laid back and chill. And it was like sober October, so we weren't drinking or anything.
He didn't like smoke a spliff or anything when you were talking to him?
I mean, I'm not into that anyway, but nobody was. It was sober October, and that's part of our show was only 2 hours, and a lot of his, run to 3.5. And so it was short because he was like, I'm done. Because it's like, he was on these super intense, crazy workouts in place of drugs and alcohol.
Oh, yeah. I heard him talk about that.
He was doing.
So do they give you like a primer on what you're going to talk about? Or is it literally just completely free form, talk about anything he asked you?
Oh man, it was like we got brought in, we hung out in the room for, we hung out in the whole studio for maybe like 35, 40 minutes in the little green room or whatever. And then we went into the studio room and we kind of like looked around and checked stuff out. And they were like, well, this is how the microphone works. And this is your headphones and ready. And actually, it was already recording. If you go back and watch the beginning of it, it was actually recording and we didn't know it. So there was no preparation whatsoever. It's just boom, go. And whatever Joe wants to ask, and then you go with it. It was I don't know. I kind of like when they do that. And it's not all this like, get you a moment to get nervous about it.